Elisha Otis was an American inventor and industrialist best known for inventing the safety elevator, a groundbreaking innovation that transformed urban architecture and transportation. Born on August 3, 1811, in Halifax, Vermont, Otis's invention paved the way for the construction of skyscrapers and modern buildings, making vertical transportation safe and reliable. Elisha Graves Otis was born into a modest farming family in rural Vermont. Early in his life, he worked various jobs, including as a wagon driver, carpenter, and factory worker. Otis was inventive by nature and often sought ways to improve the machines he worked with. In the 1840s, Otis moved to Albany, New York, where he designed various mechanical devices, including bedstead machinery for automating the production of bed frames. Although these inventions earned him some recognition, they did not bring financial success. The pivotal moment in Otis's career came when he moved to Yonkers, New York, in the early 1850s. While working as a mechanic in a bedstead factory, Otis was tasked with installing a hoist to lift heavy equipment between factory floors. At the time, elevators existed, but they were unreliable and dangerous due to the risk of falling if the hoisting rope failed. Otis invented a revolutionary safety brake that would automatically engage if the rope broke, preventing the elevator from plunging. This simple, yet ingenious mechanism used a spring-loaded ratchet to engage when tension on the rope was lost, making elevators far safer to use. Despite the usefulness of his invention, Otis initially struggled to find customers. To attract attention, he staged a dramatic demonstration at the 1854 New York World's Fair. During the demonstration, Otis stood on a platform several stories high and ordered the rope holding the platform to be cut. As the crowd gasped, his safety mechanism engaged, and the platform remained suspended in midair, proving the effectiveness of his invention. This bold display was a turning point for Otis, and soon after, demand for his safety elevator grew. His invention made it possible to build taller buildings, as people were no longer afraid to use elevators in multi-story structures. In 1853, Otis founded the Otis Elevator Company to manufacture and sell his safety elevators. After his death in 1861, his sons, Charles and Norton Otis, continued to expand the business. The Otis Elevator Company became a major player in the elevator industry, contributing to the rise of skyscrapers in cities around the world. Otis's invention was instrumental in the development of modern cities. Before the safety elevator, buildings were typically limited to 5 or 6 stories due to the difficulty and danger of moving between floors. Otis's elevators enabled architects to design taller buildings, leading to the construction of skyscrapers that transformed urban skylines in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Famous buildings such as the Eiffel Tower in Paris and the Empire State Building in New York City rely on Otis elevators, demonstrating the enduring impact of his innovation on architecture and urban development. Elisha Otis passed away on April 8, 1861, but his legacy endures through the company that bears his name and the technology he pioneered. The Otis Elevator Company remains a global leader in the elevator and escalator industry, with millions of installations worldwide.